So, when I was younger, I had a goal in mind. I had two goals in mind, really. Ultimately, I wanted to be a lot of things. I had a lot of dreams, and I wanted to do a lot of different things. I wanted to be an athlete. I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be a musician. I wanted to be, president of the world, king of the world, rather not president, but king of the world. I wanted to be a lot, right? And as I got older and older, I think what I realized is that it wasn't for me. It was never about the glitzer and the glamour. It was never about having fancy cars or anything of that, anything material really. It was always about one thing, and that one thing was power. You think of all the things that I just said that I wanted to be. I wanted to be a teacher. It was always a matter of power and responsibility, being king of the world, being responsible for everyone, being a teacher, being responsible for your people, teaching them and leading them, so to speak, to the next generation, to be the next generation, so to speak. Being an athlete, being able to be on the pitch, inspiring the next generation of people to do X, Y, and Z. I was same as a musician, same as an actor. And I never realized that it was about power for me. About power and inspiration, so to speak. Now, why am I leading off with that? And that's because this video, again, it was something that I've had planned for a while. And sometimes talked about, but not ever in like greater detail. And I thought it's about time that we do so. So, let's talk about it. I live in Manchester. A little bit of context. I live in Manchester. I wasn't born here, but I basically grew up here. I lived half my life here. I've lived here now for 15 of my 27 glorious years. And I like it. It's very down to earth. It's the north of England in general is just very much, if you want to stereotype it, it is very much just like a bunch of wholesomeness. So really, like that's what it really just seems like. Just a bunch of wholesomeness, really. That's the north of Manchester. Now, the one thing Manchester has is every year it has a Manchester 10K run. The K obviously stands for kilometers. So it's a Manchester 10-kilometer run. I've never participated in one. If you look at me, ha ha ha, I do like my food. I do like my food. But I thought I wanted to participate in one, and I wanted there to be enough time for me to build up a campaign. Because typically what this 10K run is about, it's running for charity. Alright, that's basically what it boils down to. It's a run for charity where everyone just sort of gets involved. Everyone just sort of starts to get into it. And, everyone just supports a cause, whatever cause I'm going to choose. And then, for example, people will donate and you'll run for that cause and, ultimately give that money to that charity. Here's the thing. If I'm going to, my goal has always been to run in it. One of these days. I don't know when. I could have done it like 10 years ago, but I'm planning on doing it next year. It's in May, which is why I didn't want to make this video before May. So everyone knows it's 2024. Now the thing about me is, look, I'm hyper competitive. So my thing is this, right? If I'm gonna run, whether it's a marathon, whether it's just a 100-meter sprint, whatever it is, I want to actually place well as well. Like the run itself matters to me. Now here's what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to start a almost year-long campaign. Almost. It's not quite a year, but close enough, alright? Almost a year-long campaign. Where basically, what I'm going to do on this channel is every single, granted, I don't make much on the channel. I make like £2 because every video just gets blocked or copyrights take it or copyright strike, so I make like £2 a month basically, or like £2 to £5 a month. But every money that I'm gonna make on this channel for the next 11 months ish will go into that. Also, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a link in the description down below, which basically is like a PayPal link, and any money that anyone wants to donate will also go to that campaign. Again, I haven't chosen the charity yet. I've got 3 in mind. One is Cancer Research UK. My only issue with that one is that it's obviously very much UK focused. It's, as the name implies, Cancer Research UK. So I don't know whether that's like amazing. I participated for them a long time ago as like a charity. Not work. It's not working for a charity. It's more so volunteering for a charity. I did that a while ago when I was like 17, 18, I think. That's something that's one of the charities that I've got in mind, but I'm not 100% sure on that one yet. Another one is like RSPCA. I'm also not 100% sure. I feel like it's best to probably go with like a tropical, seasonal charity. I don't like using that word at all, but it's best to go with like a charity that represents the struggles of the people today. And of course, all of these things are struggles today, but there are struggles that we've had for years and years and years. They aren't struggles that are just present in today's society. They are predominantly present in today's society. There are struggles that are present throughout at all times. I think what I want to do is like I want to go after I want to run for a charity that like really helps with mental health, because I feel like since the pandemic, and it's over technically. I mean, it's over. Let's face it. The pandemic there's not an official like seal of approval that it's over, but it's essentially over. But the issue is that like a lot of people since then have, I don't want to say detached themselves with reality, but I feel like they're just struggling with mental health in general, because like being shut in or locked down for like a year or two. Some people like me, I don't have an issue with that at all. Other people, they kind of need this socializing life where they have their community, their friend group or their family group or whatever around them, and that's why it's now more difficult for them to really like embrace that side of life again, and that's why mental health issues are at such a rise, and that's why like I would assume that I want to do something for that. Now, another one that we could tackle is one specifically dealing with refugees from Ukraine specifically. That's obviously a huge issue right now, and I know refugees, the crisis is that the men are not allowed to leave, whereas the women are, as far as I am being told by someone that I know from the Ukraine that's still in Ukraine, Odysseus. But again, I'm just throwing things out there because I haven't decided on the charity yet, but I'm just like throwing the ideas out there. Now I'm gonna do this maybe like once every 2 weeks, twice a month, give or take. I'll do like progress videos. I'll do like progress videos where I'll show you the progress of my running. basically, right? My running to get into like shape and to like actually be able to perform to a good standard. Now we've got, as I said, pretty much a year, so we've got a lot of time for that. And even if it doesn't work out until like the Manchester 10K run, which it should, I don't see why it wouldn't, I'll just do an actual marathon and run for charity for that. So, but it's definitely going to happen next year between like the months of May and July when I feel like I'm 100% ready. Now, as I said, there is going to be a link in the description down below if you want to donate. Basically, what I'm going to do is that if anyone has a recommendation for kind of giving back, I guess, to all of you, if you want to donate to charity, basically what I'm going to do is that like whatever amount, it doesn't have to be a fixed amount, like anything, even just a penny, whatever amount that you donate to this cause. Again, the cause hasn't been set yet, so I can't really say, but whatever amount you decide to give towards it, I'll do a reaction of your choice, so just let me know what you want me to react to, and then again I'll post progress videos and progress updates of just how I'm getting on with my time, because that's important to me. Like, I don't just want to run it and just like walk. I feel like that would honestly go nowhere. Like, I actually want to participate and do well. Like not just participate, but do well too. I think that's important. Like, I actually want to like take it serious. Again, most things that I do in life, if I do them, and if I decide to do them, I want to take it like somewhat serious. So that's exactly what I'm going to do with this one. And I'm thinking, but I'm not 100% sure how this will go, but I'm thinking of maybe doing this like a yearly thing. maybe if you have any charities in mind that are like global, that like do work throughout the world, leave them in the comment section down below and I'll check them out. But I'm gonna have to like check out all these charities, like, because the last thing I want to do is like support a charity where the funds and the money doesn't actually go to the intended cause, and I think that's a very big issue. I think, quite frankly, that is that's why I feel so confident with like Cancer Research UK. Again, because I volunteered for them. It wasn't that long. It was like, what, 3 months? 3 weeks, not 3 months. So it wasn't like a tremendous amount of time, but they gave us all the information. They told us, how much of their funds actually go to the intended cause, how much would go into like advertising, so on and so forth, and that's sort of like the information and the research that I need to do on these charities if I'm going to support one. I don't just want to support one and then like the money goes to the billionaires behind it or something, So that's just sort of the video that I knew I'd do eventually. I mentioned in the past, like, guys, it was like a year ago or a year and a half ago, like my videos were all supporting X, Y, and Z cause for like a month or so. But like I feel like having an actual campaign is a lot more beneficial in that sense. So like actually like announcing it and talking about it and making a stamp on the cause. So that's all I wanted to say. Let me know if you have any things in mind regarding it, and I'll see all of you in the next one, everyone. Until then, have a nice day. Peace out.